Here you are looking at some newly hatched Automeris Frankae caterpillars, also known as the pink silk moth. Native to Mexico, this species becomes a very beautiful moth with hues of gray, pink, and purple, and the classic Automeris species eye spots on its hind wings. The black dots you see on the eggs shows fertility in this species and develops along with the caterpillars inside. Automeris species are known as social caterpillars. They will stay together and feed in groups throughout most of the caterpillar stage as a form of defense. The newly hatched will wait until they are all ready and then form a line and follow each other to their preferred eating spot. Staying in tight groupings, when they are disturbed, they will dance or thrash about in an attempt to sting whatever might want to eat them. And although I don't love the prospect of getting stung, nitrile gloves mostly protect you from the wrath of those needle-like spines. A couple of weeks later, you can see how they have grown and how long those spines really are. These are feeding on wild black cherry, a common host for Automeris species in general. You can see how they are all still somewhat clustered together, not minding the close quarters, whereas other caterpillars would be very disturbed by being touched by anything, much less their spiky siblings. I have a few that are a bit behind in size, but as you can appreciate, the larger ones, now in instar 4, have started to show some very interesting colors. It is currently believed that there are roughly 145 species of Automeris that have been described, and they are mostly found in Central and South America, Mexico, and the U.S. At this stage, they are still thrashing around if disturbed, attempting to make contact with anyone who bothers them. So let's take a closer look at the beautiful colors on this caterpillar. A lot of their coloration is rich red hues, a bit of burnt orange, peach, and maroon red, broken up by the white lines on their backs and, of course, on their needle-sharp spines. Those spines are very soft and bend easily, unlike some other species of Automeris, but the slightest brush against them will release venom similar to tiny hypodermic needles. As awful as that sounds, it results in, thankfully, a rather acute but short-lasting sting and typically results in redness, some welts, and can be rather itchy. And here you can get a good look at those mandibles as he tries to locate the best spot to continue working on this leaf. They seem to be very particular about eating in an orderly fashion. So my next video will be unveiling the cocoons they make and how they look. If you've enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing as it helps me to continue creating, and as always, thanks for watching with me.